Good morning everyone, hello and welcome to today's Power Maths lesson. Over the last few days we've spent quite a bit of time looking at halves. Well, today we're going to move away from that and we're going to start to find out what a quarter is. And today our main focus will be finding a quarter of some different shapes. So let's begin. So today's lesson is titled Finding Quarters. So let's look at the Discover section. We've got a picture of a little girl and a little boy, and they're playing some board games. And the little girl said, "You have to land on red. I have to land on yellow." So this is the little girl's board game, and this is the little boy's board game. So question 1A, are these boards split into equal parts? What does the word equal mean? Well done, it means that each part is the same. Question 1B, are any of these boards split into quarters? So have a little look at all three of these boards, and are any of them split into quarters? I wonder what quarters means. Well done. A quarter is one of 4 equal parts. Now you know that, I'd like you to spend some time looking at question 1 with somebody at home. So let's share our findings together. Now to help us, the little cat says, when you split a whole into 4 equal parts, each part is a quarter. So this is a quarter, that's a quarter, that's a quarter, and that's a quarter. The little girl said, the boards look different. I think they are both split into quarters. So let's have a look at question 1A. Are these boards split into equal parts? How many parts are there on this board? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are the parts equal? Do they look the same? Yes, they do. And to help us, there's a picture here, and you can see that is the same as that, which is the same as that, which is the same as that. So there are 4 equal parts. So we can give that one a big tick. And now I'm going to use my paper to help me find out whether the little girl's board has been split into quarters, into 4 equal parts. Now to do that, I'm going to half my paper, so it's got 2 equal parts. And then I'm going to halve it again, so that it's got 4 equal parts. Now I can see that these are 4 equal parts, because each part fits perfectly into the other. Can you see that? This quarter is the same size as this quarter, which is the same size as this one and this one. So I can see that, yes, the board game has been split into 4 equal quarters. Let's have a look at this board game. How many parts can you see? 4, let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we look at this picture, it shows us this part is the same as this part, is the same as this part, is the same as this part. They are all equal. They are the same. So next I'm going to try splitting my paper into 4 equal parts in the same way as the little boy's board game. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, so I've halved it. And I've halved it again. So I've made 4 parts. Is each part equal? Let's check. Yes, it is. I've got 4 equal parts. So my board game has been split into quarters. Let's look at question 1B. Are any of these boards split into quarters? Remember, quarters is when you split a whole into 4 equal parts. So let's have a look at this one first. Let's count how many parts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 parts. Are the quarters equal? Is each part the same? No, it's not, is it? Why? Yes, you're right. Can you see this yellow one here is much bigger than the other 3 parts? So this board is not split into quarters. It is not equal. How about this one in the middle? Are there 4 parts? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are. There are 4 parts. And are the parts split into equal parts, which means do the parts all look the same? Well, here we've got a picture of them. So they've taken them off the board and they've put them next to each other. Are all of these parts the same? They are. They're all the same. So they've been split into 4 equal parts. How about this one here? Are there 4 parts? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 parts. And is each part equal? So again, they've taken them off the board and they've put them next to each other. So here we're looking at the size of them. Are they the same? Yes, they are. So these boards have been split into quarters. So this was quarters and this was quarters because they had 4 equal parts. This one was not quarters because the parts are not equal. So now we're on to the think together. Question number 1. Which of these boards are split into quarters? Now don't forget, for quarters there needs to be 4 equal parts. They are not quarters if they are not equal. So let me have a go at question A myself. So there are 2 questions that I need to think about. Are there 4 parts? And are all 4 parts equal? So are there 4 parts? 1, 2, 3. No, they're not. So this has not been split into quarters because there are only 3 parts. So we can put a big cross next to that one. Let's have a look at this one together. Has this board been split into 4 equal parts? So first of all, have a little think to yourself. Are there 4 parts? Yes. And are the parts equal? Which means, are they the same? Yes. So we can put a big tick. Yes. B has been split into quarters. So let's have a look at C and D. So C first of all. Are there 4 parts? Yes. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are all of the parts equal? Are they all the same? No, they're not, are they? Why are they not the same? What's different? Yes, you're right. If you look at this part, it's much bigger than the white and the yellow part, and it's much, much bigger than the black part. So no, that has not been split into quarters because it is not equal. What about D? This one is an unusual shape, isn't it? It's sort of been split into 2. So are there 4 parts on this? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are. And are the parts equal? Now don't forget, you might want to turn the computer screen to help you look at these because sometimes they've been rotated. Yes, they are equal. They are exactly the same. The only difference is that these have been turned, they've been rotated. Yes, so B and D have been split into quarters. So now let's look at question 2. Which of these shapes below are split into quarters? Now don't forget, quarters means that the whole has been split into 4 equal parts. So let's have a look at the first circle in A. Are there 4 parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are. Are there 4 equal parts? Does this part look the same as this part? Look the same as this part? Look the same as this part? No, it doesn't, does it? How does it look different? This one has not been split into 4 quarters. So as you can see, there's another circle here for B. Now, are there 4 parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there are. And is each part equal? Are they all the same? Now, if I get to a question like this and I'm not sure, what you can do is you can actually draw out the shape yourself. Can you see? So I've drawn around a sellotape to make my circle, and I folded it into quarters, into 4 equal parts. So I folded it in half and made sure it was lined up that way. And then I folded it in half again. And then when I pulled it apart, I was able to see that there are 4 equal parts. And I know that because when I folded up and made a half and then a half again, it fitted into the whole perfectly. Now, if it wasn't equal, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Can you see? So I can say, yes, they are all equal. Let's look at C. So again, a little bit unsure about this one. So I've drawn it out, as you can see. I think it goes that way round. And I'm first going to check, are there 4 parts? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic, there are. But are the parts equal? So if I can fold them, and if they match on both sides, then I know, oh, yes, all 4 are equal. They are all the same size. So I'm going to say yes, C has been split into quarters. What about D? Are there 4 equal parts? Well, first of all, are there 4 parts? Yes, there are. But are there 4 equal parts? No, they're not equal, are they? So I'm going to put a cross. So you can see that B and C have been split into quarters. So now we're on to the challenge, and it is a real big challenge today. So we've got a picture on the screen and they've used 3 cubes. And it says is a quarter of a shape. So that's 1 quarter, 1 part out of 4 parts. So how many more parts would we need? You're right, we need 3 more parts, because this part, add 3 more parts, would equal 4 equal parts. Now, it was a bit tricky because I've not got cubes at home, and I know some of you won't have cubes at home. So what I've done instead is I've drawn a picture to match the picture of the cubes on the screen. So have a look at that. Ooh, this way. Can you see that? So that's 1 quarter. That's another quarter. That's another quarter. And that's another quarter. So what I did is once I'd drawn out my 3 cubes to match the one on the screen, I then used that as a template to make 3 more. So I've got 4 quarters. And it says here, what could the whole shape be? And the cat says 4 quarters make 1 whole. So 1 quarter, add 1 quarter, add 1 quarter, add 1 quarter equals a whole. And we know that, don't we? We know that 4 equal parts make 1 whole. And the little girl said, I'm going to use cubes to make the shape. So I'm going to use these to make a shape. Now what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at making your own template if you don't have cubes at home. Once you've done that, I would like you to have a little play around to see if you can make a whole shape using the 4 quarters of the shape. Good luck.